Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Abscission, and hoping that's the way that you actually say the word. We're hopefully going to be getting to the bottom of what's been going on today. We're at the Braintree house, which is the house of the police officer who we first met in the loft of the murdered artist, Serena, who also was renting out the sort of storage container in the yard of the burned out prosthetics place, which our character has some kind of history with. The tree stood in vigil around the house, tied together with thick undergrowth dripping with rain. This is rock. It was a conspicuous looking rock. Okay, well, let's get you out of the way. There was a key under the rock. I would have thought a cop would have known better. Maybe I gave Braintree too much credit. Okay, what we got? To backyard. Well, he did say there was a big backyard. Let's go and check that out before we go in the house. Red door, shed. The shed had a steel chimney. Very odd. The shed was relatively large, solidly built, and didn't have any windows. There was a padlock holding the door shut. With enough force, I probably could break the latch. Okay, well, let's try using that rebar then. With the red door. Ah, managed to leave the lock open. Let's might as well go in, huh? That a light switch? None of this looks particularly promising. Oh, we got the hacksaw. Okay, I did try looking at it. He didn't say anything about it. A stained mop, still slightly wet. A large fire axe. The blade looked keen, probably recently sharpened. Let's grab that, maybe. It was tempting to take the axe, but I had nowhere to keep it, and I had my gun if I got into any trouble. Okay, what about the bucket? A bucket of filthy water tinged brown. Steel furnace dominated the room. The tray was filled with ashes. Pile of discarded clothes, all sizes and colours. Went through a few pockets, but they were all empty. Guess we could look at the manacles. The manacles hung from the wall by large chains. There was no way I could rip them off. Okay, well, fine. Anything to do with the mop? No. Alright, well, I guess we leave, but that's pretty sus. We could try the key, maybe the back door. Didn't work. Okay, maybe that's the front door key. The room was very dark, with little sunlight making its way in through the windows. I looked around for a light switch. It's an interesting plant. The plant looked very healthy, with large overgrown leaves. Case. It's very green in here. Braintree was clearly a reader. There were some interesting books here, a lot of speculative fiction and uncanny horror. Didn't have time to scour through the bookcase for something interesting to read. Oh yeah, his police jacket. Braintree's police jacket was still wet from the rain. Nothing in the pocket. Is there an exit from this room? Oh. There was a tool rack holding some standard household tools. It had clearly once held a saw too, which I've got. Is that a crowbar? Took the crowbar. I'm sure it would be useful. There were the accumulated detritus of years that seemed to always find itself a corner in every house. The shelves were covered in various seldom-used household items. Nothing I needed. I mean, this sheet looks pretty obvious, but I can't do anything with it. Nothing I needed. Well, what if we leave? Will that sort of trigger something? There isn't a lot else to interact with up here. Okay. What if we go back to the shed? I was wondering if we might surprise Braintree to some kind of confrontation. Was there anything... We could try getting into the back door, perhaps. There didn't seem a way to do it inside the house, but maybe with these tools we found. What about the crowbar? Hacksaw? I want to kind of look through the ashes and just see if there's like bone fragments or something in there, but he's not doing anything. He mentioned he couldn't pull it off with his bare hands. What if we tried to take these with us? Okay. Okay, well maybe we don't do anything at this location. I mean, there was that there was the storage thing, wasn't there? So maybe yeah, let's leave. Make like a tree and leave. Let's maybe go back here, because it was kind of mysterious. We should probably see what he's doing in this storage container. And I have a variety of tools now, so why don't we try the hacksaw? Aha. Ooh, okay, we got some muddy footprints. Got a map, beaker filled with red ink. Folder, chemical barrel. Oh God, it's not good stuff, is it? Let's have a look at this. A beaker of curiously viscous red liquid. I guess we'll take it. The ink appeared exceedingly viscous. I decided not to touch it without any gloves. As I watched, the liquid seemed to shiver. Oh, it's a kitty cat. Uh-oh.
It's okay, Will.
I'm dreaming again.
Perhaps.
It was the ink. There's something in it, some hallucinogen. They're using it in the tattoos. But why? What's the motive?
I think you're close to the answer to that.
I don't feel close to anything here.
Close your eyes, Will. Close your eyes and I'll help you.
But you're not Ben, you can't be. Why should I trust you?
Do you have any other choice?
It doesn't look like it.
Close your eyes, Will. Close your eyes.
I opened my eyes. I was back from wherever I'd been. The rain was like ice on my skin. I shivered. And Ben, or whatever was pretending to be Ben, was still with me.
You'll find your answers ahead.
Doubt it. There's been nothing there since the fire.
How can you be sure?
I don't want to go back there.
I know that, but it's the only way forwards. Will?
Yeah?
Trust your gut.
I always do. As I reached the entrance to the dead building, I felt my hand burn where the ink had touched it, especially around the wound on my thumb. There was something there, inside, The itch was horrific. I was aware of movement in my veins. I wanted to dig it out, cut into my flesh and remove the invasive elements. And then, in a moment... oh no, the feeling was gone. I was fine. I was fine. I was fine. I thought I'd never return to this place. The building was an empty husk, a corpse that had been riddled with disease and then purged with fire. The last time I'd been here, 8 years ago, a light inside had been the beacon leading us inwards. You see that well?
Luna?
Someone's inside.
Why are we here again?
Focus well. You know why we're here.
Of course, Luna, of course. The missing woman, Cassandra Burgess.
She had been the pride of the town, an actress who had broken into Hollywood while keeping her feet firmly on the ground. She had even stayed in the same neighborhood, returning to her home life between films and sharing her wealth with the town through charitable acts and a warm smile for anyone who approached her. And then one day, after an appearance at the local movie theater, she just didn't return home. Disappearances were nothing new in Ashfield at that time. There had been several over the weeks and months before, men and women who had suddenly left their homes, jobs and families without any obvious reason, completely vanishing. We had done what we could to find them with the resources we had, and nationally there were far more crime-ridden burgs, but Cassandra brought the media spotlight down on us, and Ashfield became national news. The people needed answers. It was luck that had led us to Stanhope Prosthetics, a disused factory around 7 miles from Ashfield. It had been abandoned 10 years earlier with the liquidation of the company and had been adopted by the homeless, at least those that didn't mind the trek through the woods. A hobo by the name of Horace Lane had stomped into the precinct one morning, yelling about a bunch of ghouls that had moved in, chattering spooky mumbo-jumbo. When questioned, he'd been able to describe a woman. Stanhope Prosthetics. Wednesday, October 14th, 1986, so 5 years ago. "5:42 p.m. Okay, well we got a guy down here, we've got a bunch of creepy stuff. Most of it I can't interact with though, so it's mainly the... Okay, we can go... we can't go up, but we could go down. But let's have a quick look at the display. It was a display mannequin with some of Lascado's prosthetic limbs attached. The glass had been broken in many places, but the mannequin still stood, a fine advertisement for their products. Okay, let's talk to the man. Looks like a priest.
Sir?
Yes, young man?
Who are you?
An important question, but not one with a simple answer.
I'm sorry?
Who I am is changing from moment to moment. By the time I answer, I will be lying, so I will choose not to say.
Are you a priest?
In a past life, yes. My old clothes are no more important than leaves to a tree gone in the autumn.
Enough of the poetry, I'm here on police business. I just want a name.
I sympathize, but it is no longer mine to give. It left long ago. I am waiting for a new one.
I flashed Luna a look and she rolled her eyes in return. I made a mental note to check his description when I got back to the station. Perhaps he was another missing person.
Why are you here? This is private property.
I am here to learn.
You're trespassing, sir.
Property. Is that all you care about? There is so much to learn. Are you a scholar, young man?
I'm a detective.
That's your job, but not who you are. Anyone who is open to learn is a scholar. Surely you are open to learning?
The man was clearly inebriated or losing grip of his faculties. Perhaps I needed to play his game if I was to get anything of worth.
Yeah, very much so. If you don't mind me asking, what are you learning by being here? This lobby is hardly a library.
There are many ways to learn. We have a distressing narrow lens through which to view the world. You could try to surround yourself with all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't take it in, what is the point? I am here, at the doorway, to contemplate. This is a place to focus, to prepare before I move further inwards. I need to be sure that I can understand. Well, as sure as I can be.
Have you seen this girl?
The man looked at the Polaroid and a smile creased his face.
Oh, yes. I envy her. She lies deeper within. Follow the stairs down towards the church.
Church? What do you mean? This is a factory.
There was a field before it was a factory. Things change, young man, and often for the better. This place has been repurposed, as have the people within it.
Don't go anywhere, I may have more questions.
I will remain as long as is needed. Have no doubt about that, detective.
Creepy. I guess we should head downstairs, huh? Is that a clown? The heat from the candles was overwhelming. The corridor stank of stale blood. 3 people were there in various states of delirium. The door at the end of the corridor was tethered with a strange pulsing substance. My eyes were drawn to the woman in orange, the sheet over her head, and the blood. Oh, it's not a clown. Yeah, okay. She had to be my priority.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Her breathing was heavy. The sheet fluttered as she finally spoke.
I am the daughter.
You're injured. I'll get an ambulance here as soon as possible.
I thought I would see more.
What do you mean?
Without my eyes.
You've hurt your eyes?
Taken them out with a beautiful silver knife.
Please sit down and rest until I can get help.
I need them back. I need eyes again, perfect eyes. That will work, surely.
She didn't pay any attention to what I was saying, instead working through some internal narrative. Whatever mania had gripped these poor souls was going to be difficult to break down. I think that clicking sound is actually a drip. Probably have a look at soaking carpet. Not saying anything. Alright, let's talk to this guy then.
Sir?
The man nods in greeting.
I'm Detective Stanhope. What's your name, sir?
You can refer to me by my title. I am the Duke.
I need your name.
You insult me. I have no other name. You would do well to know your place.
Excuse me?
The others are the same, scrouting around as they seek the answer. They think themselves my equal, but they are wrong. They all think they know the right way, but that secret is mine. There is only one way to ascend. You must be worthy of it, noble. I just need the right regalia.
What are you doing here?
I am waiting for the door to recognize me as the one who is worthy of ascending.
Sir, this place isn't safe. You need to leave.
You talk as if you know this place, but I have never seen you before. Are you trying to trick me into giving up so you can usurp my place? You must think me a simpleton. I am so close, I just need something else, a badge of office to show my true majesty.
Do you know the rest of these people? Who are they?
The lost, the found, the blessed. They are also fools to think that they will gain entry to the inner church before me.
Their names?
As if I would bother to learn them.
Of course not. Stay here, I'll be back.
Don't assume you can order me around. I will be wherever I choose to be.
Can we go in the equipment storage? Oh. The lock had rusted over due to the water running down from the ceiling. I needed to work out a way to get it open. Don't have anything in our inventory in this past flashback. There's a janitor's closet, as well as talk to the frantic-looking man first.
Oh, this? No, could it? No. I will find it, I will.
Sir,
Sir, are you alright?
The man didn't look up. He seemed intent on the words he has scrawled around himself.
All right, no, I don't think I am. I'm a fool. The honor should be mine, I'm sure. I have the knowledge, and that is the key, surely. The rest is just pageantry. Understanding, that is the key. Or at least it should be. Oh dear, what am I missing?
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for the way.
Past that. Growth?
A crude name for the roots of her tree. But then I suppose you know no better.
Then teach me. You seem to be slightly more aware than the others. Tell me, what is behind that door?
Truth is, I don't know. I want to find out, though. Don't you?
You should leave. This place is dangerous.
There's no prize without risk, my friend. No, I'm quite content here. Well, relatively. When I get inside...
What's behind that door?
Something wondrous of that, I'm sure.
You don't know?
It's not as simple as knowing. I feel it. I am connected to it. What lies beyond that door will complete my soul. I just need a little more time to find my way in.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Yes, yes.
Alright, what's in the janitor's door? Take a screwdriver. Is there anything else here? Powders, cleaning products, toilet paper, air freshener, disinfectant, maybe that might be no. Okay, detergent, no. Just clicking all this stuff in case there's anything here that he actually does want. I mean, I suspect the screwdriver was the key there. What about this door, though? Oh. There were more people within this room. The nearest to me was a man, but from the pallor of the skin it was obvious that he was dead. Whoever was responsible for this needed to pay. I saw Cassandra Burgess at the far end of the room. From the way she was swaying, it seemed she was in the same thrall as the others. A sack of clay. Take a lump. Clay statues. They were crude statues of odd humanoid forms, most with a large number of limbs. Whoever he had once been, he was now dead, a victim of whatever malevolence was at work in this place. There was no pulse, and his skin was cold to the touch. He'd been dead at least a day. The woman had painted a strange image on the wall in a mixture of paint and blood. I had no idea how they would react if I smeared the mural. Alright.
What do you want?
I'm here on police business.
And why would I care?
You should. There's a dead man in the room. Did you have anything to do with it?
Leave me alone, I'm working.
I was tempted to cuff her, but there was no need to escalate an already difficult situation. I remained calm.
What are you painting?
I am too busy to explain. In any case, you wouldn't understand.
Try me.
I am both honoring her and asking her a question.
Who?
Another stupid question. Leave me be.
Are you painting with this man's blood?
We all have our role. His is the inkwell.
He looks seriously injured.
Perhaps, but it was he who chose his place. And can't you see he's happy?
I looked over at the man who was grinning from ear to ear.
Stay here, I need to secure the site.
Move on, little man.
Sir? Are you in pain? The
man couldn't focus on me.
Who did this to you?
There wasn't even the slightest hint of understanding in his eyes.
I'll get you some help.
Alright. Well, Cassandra, let's have a look at these drawers first. There was a bloodstain on the drawer. The drawer was locked, but the lock itself looked flimsy. A bit of leverage was likely to be enough to break it. Well, that's probably the screwdriver. There we go. There were a few old documents and a key. I decided to take it just in case. Okay.
Miss?
Hmm?
Cassandra Burgess. My name is Detective Stanhope.
Oh, the police. He said you would come.
Who did?
The guide.
Cassandra.
You have me confused with someone else. I am the nurse.
She was staring at me, unblinking.
What are you doing here?
We are waiting for clarity. We each have our own path, a story that we need to recognize in order to move further within. My duty is to care for the others, to sacrifice myself for their welfare. When I am truly selfless, I will be allowed to ascend.
She was clearly delusional, especially considering the state of the man on the floor.
Do you remember how you got here?
I was brought here by the guide. We all were. He helped us to shed our former selves, relieved us of the objects that tied us to our old lives, and allowed us to be reborn.
I need to remind her of who she was. Perhaps if I found something from her past.
Who are the others?
They are my companions on this journey. The artist, the sculptor, and the inkwell.
That's his blood, not ink, and that other poor man is dead. Can't you see? This is savage.
She begins to hum to herself. Was it my imagination? Was there a tear forming in the corner of her eye?
We need to get you out of here.
Why?
You've been missing for 2 weeks, miss. Your family are worried sick.
She sways.
I don't know who you mean. This is my family.
I needed to remind her of who she was.
Hey, stay here, I'll be back.
I will remain here until I am allowed to move further within.
I'll take the clay statues. Alright, guess we leave for now. So, is a key gonna help open this? I mean, I still have that screwdriver too. Let's try it. Oh, that's a locker key, so what about this? Needs to work out a way to get it open. Okay, well let's try the key. The rust was the issue. Well, there were cleaning products, but he didn't want to take any of them. Alright, well, let's go back to the janitor's closet, because there might be something that can get rid of rust in here. Descaler. Oh, really? Rust remover. The problem was he was standing in front of it before. Okay, so that's what we need then. That did the trick. Display case fronted with frosted glass filled with what looked like hip joints and molds. Okay. Oh, I can open it. Oh, mold? Take that. Yeah, okay. Can I do anything with the clay? Too hard. Needed to wet it. Alright, okay, well I think I know how to do that. Let's have a look in here first, though. Okay, well, he's not looking at it despite the blood smear. I guess we use the key on it. Unlocked it. Let's see what we got. Got wallets. All emptied of their contents. How many people have been pulled into this place? Nothing I needed. We got shoes. A socks pile. Red handbag. CV. That's got to be Cassandra's, right? There are some items inside. Let's have a look. And that was probably what I needed. Keys. Large box. Duffel bag. Alright, so yeah, so I think that handbag's what I needed. Let's see, open it. Along with the purse, there was a photograph of a small child. Good. Okay, so I don't know what I need to use the clay in the mold for, but I think I probably wet it on the carpet. And use that in the mold. I needed the mold to form 2 perfect balls of clay. I'm not sure why, but I've done it. maybe what the purpose of that will be revealed. Okay, is there anything there? No. Well, let's show her the picture of her kid.
I found this. By any chance, do you recognize this kid?
It's Bobby. I'm struggling to think. Is that guy dead?
I'm afraid so. Don't worry, backup is on the way. My name is Detective Stanhope. Do you know who you are? Tell me your name.
It's Cassandra Burgess.
Good. I need you to come with me right now.
I don't know if I can. I feel so weak. I'm barely standing.
We've got paramedics on the way. You can stay here if you need to. What do you remember?
Not much. I think I was dreaming.
Do you remember how you got here?
I don't know. Everything feels too slow. I can't see straight. My son, where is he?
Don't worry, he's waiting for you at home. We'll wait together.
Wait, there's more.
More?
Like them, the others. They're further in beyond the door. I think they're in danger.
From what?
A man, I think. He was so tall.
Did he hurt you?
I can't remember. Oh God, what am I doing here?
We'll get through this. I'll get the others out, I promise. Do you know a way in past that growth?
I don't know. I felt so sure that helping others was the way, but how would that work? The others, they all had different ideas. Maybe they have the secret. The historian, the man who writes on the walls, he seemed to know the most.
I'll see what I can find out.
Alright. He's probably the historian.
Oh, this. Could it? No. I will find it. I will.
I need to get past that door. How can I do it?
You expect me to tell you?
There are lives at stake.
I...
Look at that poor woman, the blood. There may be more inside.
But...
There is a dead man in the other room. Time is running out. Have some humanity.
All right, all right. You need to find the right symbol, the right shape. That's what the artist is trying to find. And the sculptor was trying to find...
Go on.
The thing is, I think they are being too complex. The power within is old, very old. And the greatest powers have the simplest symbols. They need to be instantly recognizable.
So what's the symbol?
I don't know, I've tried many. You're free to try as well. It needs to be the oldest symbol, but I've tried circles, crosses. What could be older? If I don't know as the historian, who would?
I'll find someone. Where do I put the symbol?
Now that I'm sure of, it must be drawn on the roots somehow. To get some of the artist's paint, that's the best way. If you find a way in, please.
His smile was wide, showing yellow teeth.
Take me with you.
I'll be seeing you.
Yes, yes.
We could try talking to this guy again.
Sir? Can I have those flowers?
My bouquet, perhaps. Bring me a weapon, something regal, then we will trade. Now, begone.
Watch yourself.
What about... What's a weapon? What about the screwdriver? Doesn't want that. Can I get back up to the top hallway? It doesn't feel like it. I feel like I'm down here now. Oh, he's got his gun. Should we arm him? No? I'll reach for the sheet.
Oh no, it's too early.
The scream was pure terror. I had no wish to add to the woman's pain. Alright, let's look at the roots. There might be some clue on there. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had no idea where to begin to describe it. Alright, let's just go for now. Okay. So I got the artist. Do I get some of his blood?
Sir?
Oh, never mind. What about her again?
What do you want?
I need some of your paint.
Go away.
It's important. Lives are at stake.
Art is at stake.
There must be something I can give you for some paint.
I have something. As close as I am to her, I am starved of nature down here. Bring me nature and I will give you paint.
What do you mean?
Work it out, detective.
Yeah, so we need to give her the flowers the other guy's got. He wants a weapon. I haven't seen anything resembling that. I used the gun to make the clay look like a weapon? Yeah. Okay, let's go back in here. Something real and weapon-like. Definitely nothing in any of this stuff. There's the mop. He can't interact with that though. So I'll try clicking on all this stuff again. Okay. Weapon. Trying to click various things on him. Oh, no, we can come back up. Oh, cool.
Luna, we need to get back to the car to call for backup and paramedics. I don't know what's going on here, but we have injuries.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. There might be something... Yeah, let's talk to this guy again. Maybe he's got some idea.
Sir?
Yes, young man?
As a scholar, what would you say is the oldest symbol known to humanity?
Now that is certainly an interesting question. I suppose what you would define as a symbol as. The Egyptian Ankh is around 3,000 years old, but that is by no means the oldest. There were cuneiform tablets in Uruk, the first known written language, and that was 5,000 years ago. The Mesopotamians represented a deity called Anzu with a two-headed eagle, and that was 6,000 years ago. There are other examples going back to cross-hatching as far back as 120,000 years ago. But could these be considered symbols or marks? Now, to my eyes, the earliest symbol, the earliest true indication of humanity, is the handprint.
Handprint? Could it really be that simple? Oh. Okay, well, that is good info. giving out a warm glow. Ooh, what about... Can we bake the clay in the fire barrel? No. Not the gun. There must be something. I wish there was like a hotspot highlight button or something. Can I use the display? Get anything off here? Probably cut my hands on the glass if I try to move it. Does that mean try and shoot it out or something? What if we talk to Luna?
Luna?
Yeah? Nothing useful there. He was useful, but not in terms of getting something to give to the guy with the flowers. Okay. Okay, I think it must be downstairs. I guess these kind of look like eyes.
Oh, they're perfect. I'm perfect.
What will you do now?
I don't... I'll wait, yes. Here, you can have this.
Silver knife with a beautiful pattern on the hilt. There we go, well we know what to do with that.
I have a silver weapon for you if you'll trade me for the flowers.
Fine trade.
Okay, well we know what to do with the flowers.
I have some roses for you.
Ah, beautiful. A deal's a deal. Here, take my brush.
Okay, well, I think we know what to do with that as well. I haven't saved in a long time. I think that might be a good time to do it. The scary door. Alright, let's go look at this thing. So we need to paint a handprint on it, right? I slathered my palm with paint and pressed it onto the fleshy mass. It felt both spongy and firm, rippling with abhorrent, impossible life. Guess we're going in. More blood. Something was ahead. A red pulsing plant was sprouting out of a dead body. I heard laughter ahead. I knew I should have turned back, but yet... Ew, she was still alive. So many dead. And in the dark, a huge shape loomed. Oh, I kind of missed that.
I said hold it, I'll shoot. What the fuck? Stop!
Oh, I guess he hit the gas tank, huh?
Somehow I was alive. The fire spread quickly. And then through the smoke I saw it, following me. Why won't you die? Oh God. Stanhope, listen to my voice. What?
I can't remember his voice. Listen to me, you need to step back from the ledge.
Braintree?
You're lost in a memory. You need to snap out of it.
Where am I?
You're in the ruins of the factory. You need to let me help you. It shouldn't be this fast.
Fast?
There is something inside you.
I can see it. It's here. What are you?
Stanhope. Ooh. back here again. The landscape was warm and cloying and mercifully quiet. After the barrage that my senses had taken, it was almost a relief. It took a moment to catch my breath. And then a voice drifted toward me over the dunes.
Well,
Oh, okay, there's not, okay. Will?
Heather?
But it couldn't be.
I'm here, Will. Come to me.
The voice was just as I remembered it.
I'm waiting for you.
What if she was trapped here in this wasteland? I had to know.
There was a structure in the distance, black stone against the red sand.
I'm waiting.
I could see a path downwards.
Will, join me. I miss you.
Where are you?
Behind the gate.
I...
Behind the gate. Behind the gate. Behind the gate.
welcome back, Will.
Ben?
It's great to see you looking healthy. That was a close one.
How did I get here?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I remember the factory in Braintree. Am I dead?
I don't think so.
Then what is this?
Maybe it's just a place of safety. Maybe not. I don't think it matters. You need to focus on what's next. What do you want?
I just want some answers.
The answer is inside you, Will, and I don't mean that in some after-school special way.
What do you mean?
It's in your blood. It's in your blood and it's growing. You saw it.
What the hell is it? Tell me.
I wish I could, but the show is over.
What?
Goodbye.
How are you feeling?
Ugh.
Take your time. It was Braintree. There was a huge red diamond tattooed on his chest, the same diamond that Serena Challenor had been inked with.
I feel like my head's gonna explode and... my hand, it's... What the hell is on that table?
Stay calm.
Get these ropes off me, Braintree.
Let's keep them on for the time being, just in case. You've been very busy, haven't you? We've been watching you with interest.
You need to let me go right now. Luna will be looking for me.
Maybe, but not here.
Are you gonna kill me?
Oh, why would I? I just need to discuss something with you. I wish you no harm. They're very strong ropes, and you won't find a mistake in my nuts.
How did I get here? I was at the Lascato prosthetics factory.
Yeah, you were. That's where I found you. I stopped you from falling to your death. What else do you remember?
I can't be sure. What happened?
Well, now that is an interesting question. I suspect what I saw would be different to what you saw.
And what did you see?
You first, detective. I wasn't sure if I should play his game, but I eventually decided that if he had wanted to kill me, he would have already, or else he would have left me in that cursed factory.
I was hallucinating. I saw a memory of the last time I was there.
1986, I believe.
Yeah. There were bodies there, people who had disappeared. There were plants, red plants, growing out of them. There were roots, and a tree or something like a tree.
Braintree's eyes seemed to well up. Beautiful.
You know all this though, don't you?
Yes.
Was it your doing?
Me? No, sadly not. I didn't join the Heritors until around a year ago. The Heritors. Not a name I'd heard before. It bore the typical faux mystique of a cult. Please, don't stop there. I know there's more.
Fine. I saw a man. He was tall in a long coat with a top hat. He attacked me.
Is that what you remember? Are you sure that he didn't reach out to you?
I fired my gun, but I hit a tank of flammable gas.
You started the fire.
Yeah, and I'd do it again.
There was a flash of something in his eyes. Disappointment?
I was trying to get out, then I saw a creature. Red, long limbs. Its eyes bled black fluid.
He smiled. And then? Heather. No, the journey to the Black Gate was for me to keep to myself for now.
Ah, that's all.
What did you do after that in 1986?
I ran.
Of course.
How did you know I was at the factory anyway? Were you following me?
Of course. We have been for a long time. I saw you at my house and I saw you spill the ink on your hand.
There is no such thing as destiny.
I disagree. We all have our roles to play. I've had several, but today my role is to educate. I've been instructed to give you enough information to make the right choice.
What choice?
That will become clear. This conversation certainly wasn't playing out the way I thought it would. Well, since I wasn't going anywhere, I decided to get any information I could.
You said we've been watching you? What do you mean?
Interested parties who serve the Pale Queen.
The ones with the tattoos, these heritors?
And their benefactor.
The tall man at Lascato.
Yes.
So he survived the fire? Who is he? His clothing looked old, out of place.
I almost laughed at myself. That had hardly been the most uncanny detail about the events of 1986. And yet...
What is his name?
Oh, that is not mine to give. You will know soon enough.
What is happening to me, to my hand? What was that thing that crawled out of me?
An understandable question. It must be very shocking.
Don't patronize me.
That wasn't in my intention, I apologize. Do you remember the letter?
You sent that?
I delivered it. I did not write it. It was written by the benefactor.
That was it, wasn't it? That needle infected me with something.
Infection is such an ugly word. It was a gift. A catalyst for change. One that unexpectedly hastened when you spilled more ink on your hand at Lascato. The dosage must be carefully managed or else the change, the abscission of the flesh, hastens beyond control.
Those red tendrils.
I've removed the vines and slowed the change for now.
How?
I have my ways. Nothing for you to worry about. This is my role, you see. I am a gardener of sorts. The ink brings bliss, but it also can cause growth. You aren't the first that has needed pruning. The shed, those tools, the furnace.
You've murdered people, haven't you?
A flash of anger crossed his face. I have done nothing of the sort. What would you call the pruning of a rosebush in winter to ensure clean growth in the spring? Murder? And who exactly has died? No one. He was truly beyond help.
You said we've been watching you. Who do you mean?
Interested parties who serve the Pale Queen.
The ones with the tattoos, these heritors?
Oh, we done that one. Yeah. Okay.
What is the red ink made of? What's in it?
The ink is given to us by the benefactor. Only he knows its source.
Aren't you curious? Christ, you could be injecting people with anything.
I have faith.
Faith is trust without consequence. It is a fool's game.
Do you always do that?
What?
Reduce the wonder of this world into cold transactions. Isn't the wonder of life the fact that perception, your own feelings, are what matters?
Truth is what matters.
To you. But are you happy, detective?
What did you do to Serena Challoner?
She was given a tattoo, with the ink provided by the benefactor as many others have. She was lost, struggling with dark thoughts, and was to be relieved of this pain through the gift provided by the ink, the connection it provides to the Pale Queen beyond the gate.
You act like it's a blessing, but it ended with her death.
She changed, but that was not intentional. The benefactor is now very careful with doses ever since Lascato. If those who have been gifted the ink wish to ascend, they must connect to the roots of the tree, the gate between worlds. But the sight of this is too much for society to understand. The benefactor has had to weigh up the benefits of helping others with the harm that comes from discovery of our secret. Those who flower are closer to her, but the cost to others who can no longer be gifted with the ink is too high.
You want as many as possible to suffer.
To benefit Stanhope, we are not the monsters you think we are.
You still haven't told me what happened.
Her medical records hold the answer to that. She had iron deficiency anemia, and it seems this condition was particularly fertile ground for the growth of the roots, but they did not blossom. Instead, they grew something new, something we haven't seen before, I think. We'll remember this in future, you can be sure of that.
What do you want from me?
Me? Nothing. Honestly, I was concerned only for your welfare. It is the benefactor himself who wishes to offer you a partnership. You are truly honored.
Partnership? Are you mad? I burned everything he had to the ground.
Yes, you did. And for a time he was consumed with understandable rage. But then he realized that being driven by spite was not true to her wishes. She calls all to her, paragon or villain. To offer an enemy the kindness he offers to his friends, that is truly honoring her.
What kindness does he wish to offer?
Well, that depends on you. Have you seen the gate?
I stayed silent.
Whether you have or not, you certainly will. Beyond it lies your heart's desire. That is what he wishes to grant you. He knows the way to move beyond.
Heather? I wanted to denounce his words as madness, mumbo-jumbo concocted by weak-willed fools with inferiority complexes, wishing to have power over their lives. Yet I had been there. I had seen the gate and I had heard her voice.
Let's just say for a minute that I believed any of this. What would he want from me?
He recognizes you as a man of talent. Intelligent, dogged, and meticulous. We need your help to find someone. You remember Serena Challoner?
Of course.
I couldn't help myself from laughing.
She's dead. You were at the scene of her murder, for Christ's sake.
You have a very narrow view of existence, Detective. That was simply a skin she left behind. A shell.
No, Serena Challoner
Has not died.
Could it be true?
She began to ascend without guidance, without connection. Wherever she is, she must be in agony.
Even if that is true, how would I find her?
Okay, we've gained a clue.
She must be somewhere special to her. She will have lost most of her faculties and will be seeking out any comfort she can find.
Somewhere you don't know?
She was only part of our family for a short time. I barely knew her. If you agree to work with us, we would look at what you know of her to find her location and save her. In return, if you do this for her, the benefactor has agreed to meet you.
His gritted teeth showed jealousy.
And if I refuse?
You will remain here for now, and I will ask the benefactor what he wishes to do with you. You will have no way of finding him. So, what will it be, Stanhope?
Interesting. So we have a choice. I think I'm inclined to say yes, I'll help you, but I would be doing it from the point of view of wanting to sort of lull them into a false sense of security type thing, but I don't know if that game would take that as being like, yeah, I'm totally on board with this. So I think I'm going to err on the side of caution there myself, and I'm going to go with
no, I'll never help you.
Disappointing, but the choice is yours.
I had to get out of there, but what could I do?
Okay, rocking chair. Let's do that. The chair was rickety. With enough of an impact, it would probably break. This was gonna hurt. Plunk. Great. I found my coat in the trunk on top of a pile of other coats from Braintree's previous guests. Now that I was free, I had to contact Luna, but first I needed to search the place for anything useful to help end this damn cult. Then I needed to find Serena Challoner before Braintree did. Wait, how much of our stuff have we got? I've actually got all our stuff, including the gun still, so, like... that's pretty useful. What have we got? We got fleshy mass. Hideous organic mass. No way I was touching that, but there is a knife. It was an antique-looking iron knife. Its edge was keenly sharp. It was slathered in blood. Can we take that? Alright, cool. What about the broken chair? Is there any useful stuff in that? Fallen apart. Didn't need a broken chair. I still can't do anything with this sheet. I mean, I guess that's he's just covering up the window, right? I'd imagine. Nothing else here is different to the last time, so let's go down. It had taken a lot of talking for Luna to believe me, but eventually she did. I didn't know what I'd done to deserve such a trusting partner, but I was grateful. Should we talk to her? If everything you've said is true, then we need to find Serena. After that, I have no idea, but we'll do it together.
Any ideas where I should look for Serena?
You said Braintree mentioned she'd go somewhere special to her. Do we know enough about her? Do we have any clues?
Well, let me think. About the infection.
As I said the first time you told me, you need to go to the hospital.
I don't know if they can even help.
Exactly. You have no idea.
Later. I'll go later.
If you say so, I know better than to try and force you to do anything.
Thanks for trusting me, Amelia.
I trust you enough to help. I'm not sure if I believe you, though.
Why help me?
Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and dive in. And I want to make sure you're safe either way.
I appreciate it. I'll keep looking.
Good luck. Alright, oh, no, I wanted to go in the inventory. So this clue that we've got, where was Serena? Braintree had told me that Serena Challoner was alive, maybe in a place special to her. Where could she be? Let me show this to Luna. No. Okay. Well, we have... Where was Serena? Let's look. Can I look at that picture again? Somewhere important to her. I mean, there's that bridge, isn't there? Serena and Mark were pictured in front of Cobb Bridge. Could that be where she'd gone? It was worth a shot. Okay, we've added Cobb Bridge to the map. That sounds good to me. Let's head there. I decided it may be worth visiting Abdulov to see if he had any idea about how I could beat the infection that was coursing through me. Also, Braintree hinted that there was something different about Serena, something that caused the horrors I saw in her apartment. Maybe he could help me find out what that was. It may help. The morgue. Let's go talk to Abdulov then. The morgue was locked down and crawling with CDC operatives. I couldn't see Abdulov anywhere.
Can I help you, sir? This area is now restricted.
Stanhope, APD. I'm looking for Dr. Abdulov. Is he here?
You can't go in, sir.
Is he here?
Aye, he's here, but you may want to brace yourself. You can look through the window, but that's all, until we work out what the infection is.
Oh. Oh my. A waxy smile stretched across his face. He'd been infected by the ropes he had been dissecting. Was I similarly contagious? Was this the fate that awaited me? I needed to find a way to end this. Okay, poor Abdulov. Let's go to Cobb Bridge. Oh, hello. That's got to be Torrance, right?
There's nothing down here for you, buddy. Walk away.
So it wasn't just Serena that was still alive. I recognized the man in front of me from the Polaroid.
Mark Torrance. How the Doesn't matter how you know me. You need to get lost, man. I'm sick, real sick, and I think it's contagious.
Jesus Christ, he's infected.
I know there's no coming back from this. My arm is almost gone.
I could see the writhing of roots from under his coat. His face was flushed with swellings of blood.
I have the same problem, my friend. Believe me, I will do everything I can to help you.
Man, I don't even know you.
My name's Detective Stanhope. We're looking for Serena.
What? Is she here?
I ain't saying nothing.
I think we need to be sympathetic. Which one's sympathetic? Probably phlegmatic.
I think you found Serena in pain in her apartment, and I think you wanted to help her.
How do you know all this?
Let's just say I have an idea about what you've gone through. I need you to tell me what happened. We're here to help you.
Tears welled up in the man's eyes, long held back.
Okay.
I went to see Serena on Thursday night, like 9 PM or something. I hadn't heard from her in a couple of days, and she wasn't answering her calls. She'd given me a key for her apartment button in the elevator, so I was able to let myself in. When I got in there, I could hear sounds above me from her bedroom, sort of scraping, moaning. I thought she was cheating and I almost fucking left. Maybe if I had, then this wouldn't have ended up like this. I charged up there, ready to say my piece, but when I opened the door, I saw...
Take your time.
Serena's body was strung up on the wall. She was carped, man, dead and gone, like she'd burst. The sound wasn't coming from her. It was coming from something on the floor. Something curled up, huge, red and purple. And it called out my name, man. It called out my name.
And then?
Then it came towards me.
I was terrified, man. I stumbled and fell down the stairs. The thing followed me, not walking, not crawling, just... I'd broken a picture frame when I fell. I grabbed at the glass and picked up a piece and then tried to stab the thing. It spilled blood all over me and let out this howl before it scrabbled away and went into the vents. And then I ran. I went back home, staying out of sight.
Why didn't you go to the cops?
Who the fuck would believe a guy like me? I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to get clean. My hand had been cut from the glass and the blood from the fin. Oh, the cuts were already itching. When I washed myself, the cut didn't look right. There was string, something. I felt hot, sick, just wrong.
You didn't try to get medical attention?
Nah, man, no insurance. Anyway, I knew the cops would be after me when they found Serena, so I needed to just get gone. The only place I could think about hiding out was under here. Me and Serena used to smoke pot here and chat shit, falling asleep next to the river. I know, it's dumb.
Not at all.
And she was here when I got here. She called my name again, reached toward me. And I realised, man, it was her. Somehow that thing was Serena. She'd wanted me to help her and I'd stabbed her.
How could it be her?
I don't know, man, but I'm telling you, it's like her body was a cocoon and this thing was the butterfly. It's the best way I can describe it. I'm telling you, it's her. It's Serena. Whatever changed her is changing me. I can feel it crawling around inside me. It's always moving. I'm dying, man. I know I'm dying.
Are you in pain?
Can't tell. It's like my body ain't mine no more. But I've got to stay alive for her. Serena? Yeah, she's here and I need to protect her.
We're here to help her, to help you.
How? We need to see her first. Okay. But just you, Trenchcoat. She's terrified as it is. If you both go, she might run.
Mark.
It's okay, I can wait. You check it out. But be careful, okay?
Will do.
Over here, I guess, go past him. What we got over here? Maintenance door. Kind of dark over there. It was too dark ahead and I had no wish to confront whatever was waiting for me with just a torch. I needed to get the lights on. Okay, so there was an electrical box back here. Let's go take a look. Needed to use my screwdriver. Okay, it's just telling us how to do things now. Alright, where's my screwdriver? There was a fuse loose. A fuse loose. I thought it was blown, but luckily that rarely happens. I pushed it back into place. Okay.
Serena?
Mark.
I'm sorry, it's not Mark. My name is Will.
What?
Can you understand me?
Mark.
Talk to it. If I had to describe what I was seeing to another person, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I tried to cling to the hope she wasn't in too much pain, but tragically it was almost a certainty that she was in agony. Didn't know what to say. Should we just put her out of her misery? No, that wasn't right. that wasn't right. Okay, do we go back to Mark now that we've had a look? Oh shit.
Braintree.
Hello again, Stanhope. Looks like the benefactor was right to trust your instincts. He'll let me right to them.
If you've heard Luna.
She's just unconscious. Let's not escalate this further.
You gotta help us, man. He said he's gonna kill me and Serena.
Heard you. The lives that you knew are long gone anyway. You know that.
You're lying. She's in there, man. I know she is.
She's thinking, she's feeling. You gotta help her.
The best help I can give her is to burn her. Without a connection to the roots, she will never ascend. She will continue to live in physical agony, tied to a form between two worlds. There was no emotion in his features. It was as if he decided on what meal he was going to have.
You said you could help her.
That is the most that can be done for her, and for the rest of Ashfield. Mark's condition is testament to what will happen if she can be allowed to exist, if her blood is not purged. Neither of them can be allowed near to others, or this will spread out of control.
Fuck you, man. I won't let you do anything to her or me.
Stay where you are.
Braintree, drop it.
Show him, Torrance. Show him what you've become.
Fuck you, man.
Take off the blanket.
Happy, you son of a bitch.
Now you see it, Stanhope. You know what needs to be done. Make the right choice.
Braintree.
Good riddance.
Oh God, what did you do? What did we do to deserve this shit?
No idea, my friend.
She was out cold. I needed to get her medical attention.
Gonna call an ambulance and CDC.
I don't want to become a lab rat, man.
I know that, but I don't know how to fix this, so we've got to try anything we can.
I hope you're right.
Braintree had dropped a letter. It was written in delicate cursive script. Carmine's books, midnight. I look forward to meeting you again. It had to be from the benefactor. I looked at the fleshy leaves that were consuming Torrance, staring directly into my own future if I didn't do something.
Tell the paramedics what happened here.
Wait, you aren't waiting for them?
There's something I need to do. Good luck, Torrance. I hope it works out.
You too, man.
That evening, the rain finally ended. The air had developed a chill, rolling off the riverbanks and across the countryside. I knew where I had to go. 100 questions clamored for attention in my mind. Was Braintree right? Would I be able to stop whatever was growing within me? Was Heather somehow alive, trapped beyond the gate? Was entertaining that question an indication of how far I had gone? What was I gonna do when I met the benefactor? And then I realized, in the end, the only question that mattered was this. Was I happy? You came. He said you would. He always knows. Where is he? Where is the benefactor? Below. You have been invited. You are so lucky, my friend. Lucky? Is that what you call it? Oh, my boy, you have no idea. So you're a part of this cult? This is no cult, it's a church. You're struggling to understand, aren't you? Don't fucking patronize me. Not my intention at all. No, not at all. I want to help you, my friend. We'll see. This poison, this ink, do you know what it does to people? Oh yes, it brings happiness. It makes people change. Only if they wish it. I myself have been given the ink, yet I prefer not to blossom. There are too many books still to read, you see. When the time comes that I am satisfied, I will join the roots and blossom. For the moment, I am happy to delay that gratification. Besides, I must help others to experience this gift. I'm leaving. Bless you, my friend. Bless you.
Guess we're going to the cellar door, huh? Rotten bookshelf. The shelf was water damaged and sagging under the weight of mouldy books. Rusty chains? The chains were very old and more rust than metal now. Who had been chained here and why? Okay, we're going into the belly of the beast, it looks like. Oh, okay, that was a way down apparently. Statue. It was a huge stone statue of a familiar silhouette, a depiction of organic fusion, plant and flesh melded into an unholy avatar. Tall man. Oh, it's...
Detective William Stanhope. Thank you for coming. Spencer McGregor. It's beautiful, isn't it? As majestic as the one that was burned at Lascado. I know you must have many questions. There is time enough for all of them. For my part, I just have one question that I will ask when the time is right. So ask, and I will answer.
I've had enough of riddles. Tell me who you are.
My name is Spencer McGregor. I was born in a small town in Massachusetts in 1843 to a poor but kind family. I worked hard to improve their lot, you can be sure of that. I was fortunate enough to grow up in both the Industrial and the New England Revolutions. Business nourished my family and literature nourished my soul.
1843. Do you expect me to believe that?
All I can do is present the truth. It is up to you if you wish to believe it. As the years passed, my business continued to thrive. I met my Clara, and we were married in the spring of 1871. When she revealed that I was to be a father, I found a new meaning to happiness. And then, when both of them perished during childbirth, a new meaning of despair. That is when I first began to look for an escape. I devoted more and more time to my studies, devouring every book that I could get my hands on, the rarer the better. When I bought Dreams of the Pale Queen by Hector Rufus from an auction in New York, I knew that I'd found something very special. As my French was passable at best, I asked my good friend Anton Carmine, the original owner of the bookshop above us, to translate it. He began to dream of the far garden, the red lands where she waits, and the black gate. I could only assume that the book was written with the same ink that now courses through your veins.
What is it?
The ink? Oh, it is sap, my friend. Sap born from the trees that grow within that realm. And if you dream long enough, you are able to bring something back. Carmine broke off a root and awoke with it in his hand. He was eager to have companions on his journey, so invited me for dinner, took the sap and mixed it with wine and fed it to me. That night, I dreamed of my Clara again, but this dream was so vivid, so real, that all I wished was to remain there. I had found happiness again. Carmine and I discussed the next steps, as were outlined in the original Dreams of the Pale Queen. Carmine was convinced that if we were exposed to enough of the sap, our physical forms would blossom, and our consciousness would pass over into the Red Lands. It would have been so simple for me to agree to his plan, but with such a gift, should we really seek to keep it all to ourselves? If we moved on, would anyone ever discover the secret again? I asked for more time to consider, but Carmine's mind was made up, despite the fact that he was leaving his own wife and child behind. Whatever he had seen in the Red Lands was truly his heart's desire, and he would not be deterred. This hunger drove him to madness. Fearing that I would try and stop him, he attacked me. Well, I've never been a man to whom violence came easily, and he was able to overpower me. I thought he would kill me, but something stayed his hand. He still wished for me to blossom, so he chained me in a cellar until the process could be completed, and walled us in to make sure that my screaming could not be heard. He changed before my eyes, binding with the root. The Roots sought me out, begging me to join with him. But something held me in place. It was the iron in the chains, binding me to this world. I could not ascend. Eventually the roots changed, rotted, and died. And yet, due to the sap, I could not die. It coursed through me over the years, changed me, filled me. I became the blood of the tree, trapped in a world that had forgotten me. In the bookshop above me, the Carmine family line moved on, generation after generation. I remained there, trapped, until floodwaters finally freed me. Two brothers, Larry and Vincent Lascado, were sent down by Lucas Carmine, Anton's grandson, to assess the damage. They found me delirious, floating in the water. Thinking that I'd been trapped by the man who had hired them, they rushed to free me. I felt the power course through my veins as soon as the iron was gone. I showed my saviors the secret that had kept me alive. I granted them a glimpse of the Crimson Garden. In return, they told me of their world, of this unkind future that I found myself stranded in. I became saddened to learn that society still left behind its poorest, the least fortunate. I vowed to lead these poor souls to their happiness. This meant that I had to resist ascending myself, as I needed to be the guide that would lead others to the far garden. The Lascado brothers told me of an abandoned factory that had been left to them by their father. It would serve as a church, a place for my acolytes, the deserving, to go through the necessary changes in peace. But you destroyed it all. It took me many years to heal from the flames, and anger burned in my heart. I clawed at the earth, digging out these tunnels over the following years, creating a new church, hidden from those that would harm us. I begged my queen for the strength to enact my revenge. But she spoke to me. She spoke of forgiveness, and that you had only done what you had thought was right to save others. And what kind of a monster would I be if I had not listened? And that was why I gave her my gift, my blood. Why I gave her gift, my blood, to you, my former enemy. You did all this as a gift?
I am here to usher others to a heaven, and in doing so, I deny myself that wonder. I know you think that I am nothing but a beast, but that could not be further from the truth. I offer you the hand of friendship.
Why the hell would I accept, after all that has happened? After you poisoned me?
Because I offer you what was lost. My blood is in your veins. I know of your wife, of her life being cut short. The Pale Queen could give her back to you.
Impossible.
Stanhope, I have never lied to you, not once.
And if I accept?
I will help you to blossom, and you will find happiness once again. It is time for you to choose.
Okay, so this is the ending choice, and I read that, you get these sort of phlegmatic, melancholic, etc. choices during some interviews. If you, apparently, through the playthrough, there are 9 of these, and if you pick 2 of each in a playthrough, you get given a choice of endings. I mean, it looks like I've got all of these. I'm not quite sure what they mean. I mean, this looks like turning it down, right? And like attacking him. Again, looks like a violent option. This looks like acceptance of some kind. Tall man, but this is our, I presume, our wife, right? I don't really know which way to go. Let's pick wife.
Ever since Heather died, I've been lost. But it started before then, when we divorced. I would give anything, sacrifice everything, to have her back. Then, I accept. So be it. Heather?
You were dreaming.
I thought I'd lost you.
What? What do you mean?
You were gone and everything, it all went wrong.
Well, enough of the doom and gloom. Look at that view. I know you want to go for that job as a detective, but do we really need the money? All we need is each other.
You're right. There's nowhere I'd rather be than with you, right here, right now.
That's kind of cool. I mean, I'll take that as like a happy ending, question mark? I mean, as far as he was concerned, he was kind of where he wanted to be, wasn't he? So I think in that sense, it's probably a happy ending. I mean, like a lot of these sort of Lovecraftian horror games, it's always a bittersweet happy ending, I guess, and I could see that. I don't know if there's an autosave before that choice. I didn't think to manual save, so I could go back and check out an alternate ending. I'll just do that quickly now. We'll just try load. There is an autosave. Where did it autosave? Oh, ages ago. Okay. Never mind. Let's go back to the menu. Oh, no, it quit out. Okay. Okay, I've just loaded back into the game to sit on the menu as I just sort of sign off. I'll just say, yeah, I enjoyed that. It's sort of a body horror Lovecraftian thing. It had a bit of a multiple choice ending. Yeah, looked interesting. Check it out. I mean, I think there's some replay value because it is fairly short, and then you can kind of pick the ending to get something a bit different at the end. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that. Thanks to who recommended that to me. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. If you have, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that'd be amazing. Leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts. And, stay tuned for tomorrow because I've got something a little bit special up my sleeve for Halloween itself. Hopefully you'll join me for that. Thanks very much one last time, and hope to see you then. Bye for now.